Hello and welcome to the Parsons Pantry. Tonight we're going to do something fun. My boys have been after me for a game night. That is what our family does to enjoy our time together. Tonight I thought it would be fun to have us all build our own pizzas. And I'm going to teach you tonight how to make your own dough where you know exactly what ingredients are in it and you know that they're safe, plus it tastes phenomenal. I have a special drizzle that goes over the top of it. You're going to think you went to good old-time Pizza Hut. We're also going to make the pizza sauce from scratch. Then I'll show you how I set up my pizza bar for everybody to dig in and just make their own pizzas or calzones. You can use the same thing for calzones, which is usually what my husband and I do. First, we're going to start with a cup of warm water. I believe that's still warm. Yep, it is. Pour that into a large mixing bowl. Then about a teaspoon of active dry yeast. I should have brought some scissors. Hold on. Got them right here. There we go. I'm going to sprinkle that in a little bit. And then we're going to add about a tablespoon of sugar. All right, and we're just going to stir that around a little bit. I forgot my spatula, so I'm just going to stir with this. We're going to stir it gently until it's combined. Then you want to let it sit for about 5 minutes. It's going to get good and frothy. All right, now that our concoction is good and frothy, we want to add about a tablespoon of oil. Now you can add olive oil, but remember you're going to be baking this at 450 degrees. Remember, we don't want olive oil being at that high of a temperature. So a better alternative is avocado oil, and you want cold pressed avocado oil. We're going to throw in 1 tablespoon. Okay, we're going to add 2 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt, which I have already measured and have in our little bowl here. Now you just want to mix it until it forms a ball. Once you have a ball formed, it's time to take it out and get a little elbow grease in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get this out. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, hold on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, first, the reason I said don't do it, you've got to dust a little bit of flour on your surface there. We were about to have a big fat mess, y'all. There we go. Okay, now we can drop it out there. All right. We're going to add flour here and there as we need it to make it work a little bit better. If your hands get sticky, just add some flour to them. And just knead the dough until it's smooth, it's workable, which this is about there. You don't have to overdo it. We're not creating crepes or anything crazy. All right, it's now time to break this up based on how many people are going to make a pizza or a calzone. Now this recipe makes enough for 4 decent sized pizzas. We're talking maybe an 8-inch pizza, 9-inch, which is perfect for a single person. So we're just gonna use this. It's about even. Stick it over there. There's 1, 2, and a little bit of that can go over here. All right. 3, and number 4. All right, it's time to make the spread that goes over your bread dough. This is what makes this recipe awesome. First, we're gonna start with 4 eggs. You see 5 here because I am fallible. I am sure one of these will wind up in the floor or will not separate correctly. So, always prepared. What we're gonna do first is we're going to separate the whites from the yolk. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take those 4 egg yolks. Ooh, they wanna stick in there, don't they? We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of our olive oil or avocado oil. So there's 1, 2, okay. All right, next we want 2 tablespoons of our Parmesan cheese. I did not bring another spoon over here, so I'm just gonna measure with my hand because it doesn't have to be exactly exact. So, okay, 2 teaspoons of parsley, dried parsley, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Then you want 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. You don't want to overdo it. It's going to go a long way. All right, it is time to make our pizza sauce. We're going to begin by heating our oil in the pan, about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, and then you need about 1/3 cup of chopped onion. Basically, that's a small onion or maybe half of a medium onion. You decide. After you saute that onion, what we're gonna do is add a tablespoon of garlic and the rest of our spices. We're going to be adding several things tonight. 2 teaspoons dried oregano, 1 teaspoon dried basil, half a teaspoon garlic powder, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and the special ingredient, we're putting 1/8 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Lastly, you can add half a teaspoon of sugar if you would like, if you prefer it to be a little bit sweeter. As for me and my family, we try to steer clear of sugar as much as we can, so we do not add sugar, but you can. You can. Next, we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, and we're gonna stir it in, spread it in around there so that it really just starts to stick to our onion and our garlic. Now add a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes or crushed tomatoes. I like the crushed tomatoes myself because we're going to take a potato masher and begin to crush these up. We want to make a sauce where we know what's in it. Okay, now we're just gonna let it simmer Probably about 5 minutes. You can go 10 minutes if you need to, but honestly, 5 minutes is plenty. And then you're ready to build a pizza. To prevent air pockets in your dough, stab it with a fork. I like to breathe while I'm eating. All right, it's time for our special sauce to go on our dough. Okay, so if you're making calzones, you're gonna want to put the insides of the calzone in, which is your pizza sauce, your pepperoni, your sausage, and your mozzarella, and if you want Parmesan in there, mushrooms, olives, whatever. Then you'll want to close it up and press your dough all together. Then you wanna spread this over the top of your calzone. We tonight are making pizzas. So everyone opted for pizza tonight. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, spoon it out, and you wanna put it around the edges of your pizza. It is going to make that dough taste amazing. Doesn't have to be fancy, you just want it all over there. It is gonna be so good. In fact, this is so yummy, and then you can spread a little bit on the inside if you'd like to. This is so yummy. My family makes a double recipe of this. Not everybody likes it that heavy, but we do. This is our pizza bar. As you can see, there is pizza sauce, there's pepperoni, we have mozzarella cheese. We love Parmesan cheese, fresh grated. We have black olives. I did not have sliced black olives, so my son is cutting some for us. And we also have sliced mushrooms. Now, you can add some Italian sausage, you can add Canadian bacon, you can add bell pepper. A lot of times I have bell pepper, but I didn't have one tonight. So all of those things, just have fun, go with it. If you want pineapple, throw it out there. All you gotta do is put it on a plate in the middle and let people go crazy. Once you put this sauce on, it's time for them to build their pizzas. Then we'll pop it in the oven for 35 minutes at 450 degrees. Once that timer goes off, it's some good eating and it's time for a game night. The beautiful thing about a pizza bar is every pizza is completely unique. Time for pizza! Thanks for being with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Have a good day.
Bye.